Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, indeed.
Miss Calloway.
Chantel Calloway.
Creator of Rhyme Antics. Welcome.
Thank you.
Now, what is Rhyme Antics?
So Rhyme Antics is the world's next great game. It's a vocabulary game inspired by hip hop, where you have to freestyle rap in proper English. So
We can't make up words?
no, you cannot. There's no slang, no ebonics. You can do all that, but you're not gonna get points. You're not gonna win the game. So it really is a vocabulary game that tests your vocabulary knowledge at a rapid speed.
Can people challenge you like, that's not a real word?
Yeah, definitely. That there's always competitive banter. And it gets really dope. It gets, crazy.
Now, that's going to be tough in hip-hop now, because I know this game is to promote literacy, but we love to make up words.
I know. But, I thought it was really important to create something that paid homage to the roots of hip-hop, which, like, the hip-hop I grew up on was, like, I'm an 80s baby, so the lyricists I grew up listening to always was spitting bars, using real words.
Beautifulest.
No mumble. Huh?
The
Yes.
most beautifulest thing
Keith
in this
Murray.
world. Or what about Fabulous?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of that. But, I'm an advocate for literacy.
I am too.
Yes.
I agree with
know
you on that.
are.
I agree with that because I do feel like a lot of times people, like even with their text messaging, they use acronyms. They don't write the full words out. So a lot of times
Right.
people are missing out on being able to actually send out a proper email.
Right.
I think it's important to know how to use your vocabulary properly, and then you can use your slang how you choose, but you have to be able to do both.
Can I open
Absolutely. Sure.
Okay.
Definitely.
Give us an example. I want to see how this game works.
Okay, so two teams battle each other, right? There's 3 levels of difficulty: easy, intermediate, and intellectual. The team chooses a difficulty level, and a card is read to you at random like this.
All right, so it's me and Yee.
Great.
Yeah,
It's you
it's
and
you.
Charlamagne.
Yep.
All right, so for Envy, it should be what? Remedial?
Actually, I think y'all should be the team. So you 3, all right? So y'all
Verse 3 versus you?
No, yeah, I'm the scorekeeper. So I'm
Okay.
just going to read y'all the card.
And what I got to do from there?
And so you have to spit 1 bar, 1 line, 1 creative sentence. The last word has to rhyme with mine. So the object of the game is there is a bunch of words on the back of this card
Uh-oh.
that you're trying to guess
And you got to do it within the time, right?
within the 60 seconds.
Wait, it has to be
Okay,
a
so
real
hold on.
song, or we're making up our own lyrics?
No, you're freestyling off top.
So we got to keep going.
Yes.
All right,
you
so I'll
have
start.
60
So hold on, wait a minute,
seconds
wait a
to
minute.
try and guess as many words on the back of the card as
So
possible.
how does this work? Now, what do I do? Turn it upside down?
Yeah, and it's 60 seconds time.
Okay.
But there
Okay.
is
Here, catch
there's
the
an
mic, Andy.
app that you use that plays the music instrumentals.
Ready?
Yep.
All right, hold on. Let me
So you got to say the word.
So you
set
guys
the
have
timer.
had so much time now to
Okay,
think.
okay. My last
right, tell me when to
vacation
go.
was so divine.
No, you can't.
You can't do that. You can't make up stuff.
I thought we were
Yeah,
making up
you
stuff.
can.
You ready?
Yeah,
Let me
that
set
was
the
right.
timer.
Okay.
All right, boom.
So the sentence is the world is mine.
Right. She just said my
I
last
said mine. I said
vacation
my last vacation was so divine.
I don't eat swine.
I like to shine.
That doesn't all go together.
Yes, it does. Divine,
Yeah,
shine,
yeah,
and swine.
that was right.
Yes. My house smells like pine.
Very good.
I like to drink wine.
My lucky number's 9.
I am very
It's G's turn.
kind.
It's G's turn.
Hello. While you bust a slow wine.
Okay, right. So
Santa
that's
Claus
how you
snorts
play.
lines.
Ooh. I like
Bars.
to rhyme.
No, that's not it. You lost.
goes with
No.
Rhyme does not
I got
rhyme
one.
Exactly.
with mine.
No.
Charlamagne can't wait for Tekashi 6ix9ine.
No. That's not true.
Is that true?
That's true.
I do another one. We practiced that one. Do
Okay,
another
that
one.
was
Do another
practice
one.
round.
Do
Okay.
another one.
All right, let's
So
go.
hold on. The time is still going.
Well, we're not playing officially right now,
Oh.
but the team would have 60 seconds, and then they would battle the other team.
So what's on the
each-
back?
All the words.
All the
Let's
words.
see. Let's see what words is on the back.
Ain't no 6ix9ine on there.
Okay, we did fine.
Dine, fine line.
Sign, spine, shrine,
See, 9 is
twine,
right there.
Wine, wine. All right.
Yeah.
Divine isn't on there.
Shrine or twine.
Divine.
Homophobia. What did I say?
Homophones.
homophones.
Oh my gosh.
Homophones.
All right, so homophones
Wine or wine.
are 2 words. You get bonus points if you can think of more difficult words.
Oh,
or
we did
the
wine and
homophones.
wine, yeah.
So you would have got points for that. So it really taps into all your cognitive, your fluid intelligence.
All right, so
This is a good game for Red Cup kickbacks.
Not from the top. Not from the top. Just pull the one under that and go.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, you first.
Sip
Hold on, I'm
this
gonna do
tea.
60
Go.
seconds. Boom.
Sip this tea.
All right. All right. Let's see. Sip this tea.
Oh, you just said, all right, let's see. You got it. Go.
Okay.
Everybody likes me.
Oh, Kelly loves pee.
See, I can't play with you.
What?
I can't play with you.
What?
I can't play with
Getting
you.
out of jail is so heavenly.
No, that's not right.
Heavenly does not know.
No.
If I didn't get rhyme,
Heavenly rhymes with T.
I mean, technically.
No. How?
Technically also rhymes with T.
But it would be a debate between the teams if they would want to give you that as a rhyme
Technically
word.
and T also rhyme.
Yes, they do. The LY sound at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Go, you got one more?
Who got flea?
Go climb up a tree.
What?
I love going to New Hampshire and I ski.
She looking at the back though. I don't know if you can.
Yeah, you cheating, yo.
I know
cheating.
every
You
word.
cheating.
I created the game, so I already know every word.
1, 2, 3.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I like the PP.
See, exactly together.
I
My
already
favorite
said P.
deodorant is degree.
I said PP.
All right, so these are the words.
Let me see. Rhyme words. Be, flea, me, key, knee,
Oh, I
spree,
missed the
ski,
opportunity
T,
there.
3, 3.
Yeah.
With knee.
By the way, we was way over 60 seconds.
Right.
Come on, let's do another one.
Let's do it. All right.
One more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rhyme antics, y'all.
Okay, this is a little harder. So, like I said, there's 3 different levels: easy, intermediate, intellectual. This is intermediate. Let's go.
Intermediate.
Okay.
I want the clout.
Ooh.
So make sure you shout me out. You see the
I
double
always
one
have
I did?
sex. I'm never in a drought.
Ah, no doubt.
Stay away from Charlamagne. He got gout.
Oh, okay.
When I go fishing, I like to catch trout.
Oh.
Hey, I from Charleston, so I might box somebody in their mouth.
You
No, in Charleston, that's Geechee. No, that's not slang. In Charleston, the way I talk, mouth might come out mouth.
Okay.
You know?
That would be a debate. I'm happy I don't pout.
Because that's never the route.
Very good. So that's how you play rhyme
There you
games.
go.
Oh, I need to know more of those, because I really don't know how to do rhymes with clout. What's on the back of that?
We said all
Oh,
of them.
about, doubt, drought, out, pout, route, shout, snout, spout, trout, gout, kraut, mout.
Mount was not on there.
Yes, it was.
That was not on there.
No,
Because I would have had a good one.
Now
for
why?
that.
Now why a game? Like that's not a hustle you see a lot of people getting into, especially
Yeah,
black
so,
people. Why a game?
Like any invention, I developed this game out of a need. Me and my family, we were just really tired of playing like Taboo and Catchphrase every holiday game night for like 20 years, you know? So I'm a hip hop head, and it was an idea that sat in my family for like 7 years. And every time we got together as a family, we really wanted to play it, and the kids especially wanted to play it. And so I really started investigating the game industry, and I saw that there was no game that was themed in hip hop, and then that every new game that had come out either mocked an old idea or it was kind of just like had no educational value, like really dumb games. Most games are like card games; they're subjective, you know, like Cards Against Humanity or like trivia games, and there's a bunch of different trivia, but there was nothing with a unique methodology, and there was nothing really around hip hop. So I wanted to do something that just, you know, added value back to the culture, and that was educational, because education is very important.
And how'd you get it off the ground? I know you started. You did some crowdfunding, right?
Yeah, I mean, I did everything. I've pretty much mastered every single phase of entrepreneurship. I invented it from ideation. That means it started out in my head, and then it was a Word document, and then it was in a shoebox, and then prototyping and IP protection. So I moved here in 2015 with just my prototype that didn't look nothing like this. It looked like really Caribbean colors. It was terrible.
From where?
From Boston. I'm from Boston, Mass. And I was in the middle of like, you know, rebuilding myself, self-development, because I had gotten into some big trouble, and I was just like, you know, what can I do to just be great again? And so I started developing the game. I left a very comfortable situation in Boston, and I moved here with nothing. I came here with $150. I was staying in one of the worst shelters in the Bronx. And from there, I got myself a job, and then in 3 weeks I had 2 jobs, and then from there I just been hustling, grinding.
So
This
you got
is year
arrested
9.
for shoplifting. That was the trouble you were in?
Shoplifting?
Bank robbery.
Damn, they playing you, Chantel.
That's what it says.
They giving,
It says
they
shop-
giving
I
you
thought it
those
was
light
like
charges.
bank
They're giving you those little light crimes.
Oh, it wasn't a light crime?
They're giving you those
Come
little light
on,
crimes like
I'm
shoplifting.
great.
Okay,
I'm not. I think big.
That's a
I don't,
shoplifting.
I think big.
Yeah, I mean, stupid me. I did some dumb shit, and I got arrested for bank robbery. In Atlanta.
Jeesh. Was one of those I'll leave a note bank robberies, or was,
Yes, it was that.
how much did you take?
I don't remember. It was so long ago. You read about it in my book.
When the book coming out?
I don't know. I'm working on it though.
You by yourself? Or
After this.
Or was it a man that got you involved?
You'll read about that in the book too. But I definitely am very guilty of making a very poor choice.
And you paid your debt to society.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I mean, I think I have a redemption story that I want to use to inspire others. You know, you can really change your life through self-development and redirecting that energy into doing something positive. And the thing about criminals, most criminals are great masterminds in entrepreneurship. And they're entrepreneurs, really, but their energy's focused in the wrong way, you know? Mm-hmm. So I moved here and I discovered this amazing accelerator program. It was called Defy Ventures.
Mm-hmm. I heard of Defy Ventures.
Yeah.
I used to help promote Defy Ventures.
So Defy really changed my life.
Really?
Like, it was crazy. I was looking for a job and I saw a Craigslist post and it was like, entrepreneurs with criminal history, we need you.
That's great.
And I was only in New York would some shit like this exist.
All day.
You know what I'm saying? And so I moved here and they taught me just like, I already knew business because I was an entrepreneur. I was an event planner, but you know, this was like real business, the other realm of business that, like equity and shares and creating a most valuable product and pitching. And I won from that. I won 3 pitch competitions. I just won another pitch competition like 3 weeks ago in Boston. And so, like I said, I've really mastered every phase of entrepreneurship.
What is the art of the pitch? Because we always see people wanting to pitch ideas. So if you could give somebody some tips on how they can pitch an idea for themselves, because I've been at pitch competitions and I see it's very nerve-wracking, especially the first time you're doing it. You're trying to get your idea out in a certain amount of time. Mm-hmm. You're trying to show how it can be lucrative. So what would you say for people that want to pitch their own ideas? What are some tips you could give them?
Well, less is always more. You have to have something very short and to the point, but it has to be very impactful. And you have to, the people, the investors have to learn very quickly what problem you're trying to solve. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, that should be the problem you're trying to solve and that you are the solution and that it's new and unique in some type of way. And so, I tell anybody who's, trying to invent a product or start a business, you have to do your feasibility analysis and see if there's a need for it. Because a lot of people start shit and it already exists. You know what I mean? They haven't done their due diligence. No idea is original, but you have to figure out how is your idea how to tweak it,
different.
How to create that competitive edge. In my case, I would honestly say that this product is completely unique. There's nothing like it. So I kind of got lucky. But there's still millions of ideas that haven't been created yet that people, if they get creative and think, they can come up with something dope. You see, if you follow Cheddar's like a dope site I follow that is always like showing you new crazy inventions that come out. And I'm almost like, damn, I'm surprised nobody thought of that.
Or you think of something and you like, so then somebody else comes up with it after you've been thinking about it for a couple of years and you're like, well, I really should have put that in motion.
Right. Why didn't I move on it? Yeah. I mean, you have to be definitely passionate. This is year 9 for me. So I'm passionate about hip hop and that's what's kept me going. And I'm passionate about, teaching and education. I want to make the world aware that there's a serious literacy crisis that's going on that is not even getting paid attention to, you know what I mean? I see it when I play the game with kids and with adults. It's like technology is really corrupting our cognitive functions at an alarming rate. And there's a lot of data out there coming out now about that. And it's just really important that we promote reading culture within the household because that's where it starts.
I can believe that.
Where can people pick up the game if they want to purchase the game for Christmas?
So the game is available online, and I'm also in about 45 retailers. Camp is my biggest one here in New York. Camp has 5 stores now. Union Square, there's one in Brooklyn. They just opened one in Dallas. And then my other biggest retailer is Newberry Comics, but it's available at many stores. You can go to the website, and it's available online. And Amazon. RhymeAntics.com.
And Chantel is right about the literacy, too. 82% of black students and 77% of Hispanic students are not reading proficiently.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a national emergency that people really aren't paying attention to. So anything that can help increase literacy in those in those spaces is great.
It might be a good partnership, but like with the libraries. I work with the New York Public Library as an ambassador. We have this book club we're starting with the middle schools and the high schools just to get people to read more, which we just kicked off a couple of weeks ago. But something like this, I think kids would be interested in, like coming together, even in a library setting, to do something like that.
Right, because I teach a program around literacy, focused around the game at Boys and Girls Club. So it's like you have to meet kids where they're at. You have to, engage with them in a way that's exciting. Like traditional books is not exciting for them anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's why Audible's so big.
Yeah, right.
But it can be if it's the right presentation and the right.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it's things that you have to read in school are different than things that you would read and be interested in outside of that. So sometimes we're being told to read these books in school that doesn't represent who we are or what we're interested in, and then it makes us kind of turned off, I think, from wanting to pursue other avenues.
Right. And the brain has just changed too with the technology. It's really, like I said, the cognitive skills are like reprogrammed in the brain. So it's like you have like 3 seconds to connect with a kid and get their attention before they like tune out completely. So you have to like connect with them in new ways. So there's this like really powerful post that shows how everything has like evolved, and it's like, why is the classroom still like this? It's like it hasn't really evolved. They're still pushing the same curriculum, and it's just a real need for like creative curriculums to be pushed in the school. So that's what I'm working on.
I've been an avid reader my whole life, but I realize now I like to listen to audio books more than actually flipping through the pages, which I never thought I would get to that point. But it's easier for me to retain information when I'm listening to it.
But you still do the act of reading sometimes, right?
Yes, I just find myself just trying to finish the book as opposed to actually taking the information in. You know what I mean?
Right.
But when I'm actually listening to it, I take the actual information.
Right, but we have to remember that like reading is to the mind what exercises to the body. And so activating those cognitive functions are very, very important. Even if you're just reading 15 minutes a day, you have to keep those parts of the brain working, because being on Instagram all day and being on, our busy life, and this is just like, it's rewiring, you know what I'm saying? So we have to, and we especially have to push it on our kids, because you don't know how many times I'd be on the train and I'm just seeing these young mothers just put a cell phone in a baby's hand.
Right, they all
I hate it.
Yeah,
it's like, and some of the most memorable moments I have of bonding with my parents, my mother especially, is when she would read to me at night. Like, you remember those things forever, and that's where like the book culture in the home is so important. So as a mother to a 19-year-old who's out there, he I had to get in his teacher's ass about, like, he was writing papers in text talk.
Oh, yeah, that text talk is different.
And the teacher was not doing anything about it.
I always tell women, don't let guys send you those text messages when they're trying to holler at you and everything is
spelled incorrectly.
Yes.
Right.
And I-M-Y instead of writing I miss you.
Maybe the teacher just thought your son couldn't spell.
Well,
it's like, what is low? Low?
Yeah, but my thing is, back in my day, the teacher would circle it and say spelling, SP, correct it. And I mean, you had a mom who was a teacher,
English
right?
Teacher, yeah.
So, that was very important. But a lot of these parents, I just think if you make the decision to have a child, you're making the decision to also be a teacher, like for life. You know what I mean? You have to educate your child outside of the school. You can't depend on that solely. So, what does the future look like if our kids can't read, write, or perform basic social skills? And that's what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see it when I go in stores and I'm talking to young kids about, like, in Walmart, like, where's this? And they really don't even know how to talk and hold a conversation. So it's something that really has to be looked at within our community.
And not only is this game good for literacy, it's good for fellowship. Because you're sitting around and, you're actually looking each other in the eyes and you're talking and you're having conversations. So that helps with social skills as well.
It's just dope. It's dope for artist development, too. So all you wannabe rappers out there, I mean, definitely get your bars up. Yeah, definitely get your bars up.
Well, before we get up out of here, let's play one more time.
Okay,
got one more card and then let's get up out of here.
60 seconds. Go to the hard joint. Play the, what's it called? Intellectual?
Intellectual.
Go to intellectual.
I don't think I have an intellectual card on me.
Is there something here?
Well, we'll do this one.
What rhymes with intellectual?
Let's go.
This one's for you, Charlotte.
All right, 60 seconds. Let's go.
I love being black.
Hey.
Because anything else is whack. Go.
I love being black because black don't crack.
And we don't cut anybody any slack.
And we always on track.
And all black men are snacks. So wait a minute, don't edit that crazy. I meant that for me.
We see what you into. Okay.
I'm a follower. I run with the pack.
Oh, my turn?
Yeah.
All right. And if you come up to us wrong, you might get smacked.
And we never slack.
But you might get an asthma attack.
What do they call a psychologist? A quack?
Yes.
Should we say that anymore? I feel like that's wrong.
Is that derogatory?
It feels like we should. Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
That might be slang for psychologists, though.
I don't know.
That is a real word. though.
You almost
Black
gave us
people
a
look
heart
good on the
attack.
track
They always give me flack.
because you're not black.
I am black.
No, you're beige.
You're whack. And I got a big sack.
Ew, all right, come on, y'all.
Oh, damn.
Should have said that after I said.
We're
I
coming
think
out
all
with the
black men are
adult
snacks.
dirty version next. Adult dirty version is next for sure.
my goodness.
But yo, get
Like somebody want to get in
Rhymantics.
your crack.
Yes.
Yes,
There
get
you go.
Rhymantics. It's the world's next great game. It's super fun. It's good times. It's a drinking game. It's an adult party game. It's a family game. It's a
Yes.
classroom game. It's a great corporate icebreaker game. It's just like so dope.
And you can get it where?
Rhymantics.com on Amazon or at retailers that you can find.
I can't.
All
And
right.
Chantel, Envy, you got one. Give one to Yee.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually gave you this like
Drum.
7 years ago. I don't know if you remember. Yeah, we were at the Compact Jack holiday show. It's like I wasn't even in production yet. It was like a
I'm definitely putting this
prototype,
under
but
my
I gave
Christmas
you
tree.
one
Oh,
years
well, this
ago.
is full circle.
I know, crazy.
Good to see. All
Crazy.
right, well, congrats.
Well, it's Miss
Thank you.
Calloway. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Thank you.